Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back with another episode of The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Oh, jeez. As you can tell, I still cannot speak English. But anyways, we're here for episode 4. Last time there was some progress, at least seemingly decent progress, while we have some new factors going into this. But though Rintaro becomes more comfortable with Karuko, oh my god, I feel like I was definitely not saying her name right. I'm sorry. During their study session, he faces unexpectedly strong opposition to their growing bond, which I can only assume is going to be from Subaru, maybe? Or it could be other factors, but if it's Subaru, it's gonna be due to whatever incident or incidents have happened that have made her very distrustful and guarded around guys. So, without further ado, let's jump into the episode in 3, 2, 1, now. Hopefully everything's all good. But let's see. No, damn. Sorry, it seems like every time I go to watch something, stuff comes out. But yes, to be fair too, there's not just opposition, well, at least on their friendship side, I feel like it's gonna be some of the people around them who are friends with them that might cause some issues there, but there's also, at least for right now, he's constantly excitedly checking his phone for messages on if their hangout's gonna happen. And she has been busy, though knowing her, she's definitely trying to find time to actually go through with the study session. I don't doubt that. He is very tall. You look perfectly fine. It's okay. No, you look fine. You say that as if she's not there. Yep. Oh my gosh. Hey, instincts are gonna happen. It's fine. Exactly. To answer your question, yes. Oh, that's just a precious phase. And then it's a perfect opportunity to take advantage of both, huh? Yeah, it's been a minute since she's had free time, so. Mm-hmm. Okay, you got this. Um. Oh, so close. It happens, especially because you were trying to look over, see what's up. Elimination or substitution. No, that's. It's not lame at all. Yeah. I just knew that was coming. Here we are. Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, you guys worked hard for a while there. Hey, hey, same for you. You were literally just talking about how you study too much, that you're so tired at school. Oh, a whole. Wow. No. Yep, there's a lot at stake here. Oh! Okay, this is awkward. Okay. Whew. She's a little bit more composed, like put together right here. Oh, your friend would have been a little bit more trouble than he already was. Oh, that's a loaded question here. No, it doesn't. You can't go it. You can't go and decide who your friend decides to hang out with. Hmm. But the other part? Because they're fucking atrocious. Ah. Hmm? Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. Different, second time focus on her hair. Mm. Whereas everyone else was judging you, making fun of you, yeah. Yeah. I. Mm, I'm sure you being friends with her was also something she appreciated. She's not gonna end up. Hmm. He can't just take that. Yeah. It's her choice. It's understandable if your school's that fucking stupid, where all of them are corrupt as hell, and just simply seeing their student hanging out with someone from that other school is enough for them to just go, yeah, scholarship revoked. No. No, fuck that. It's you just had a lot thrown at you. It's understandable. Hmm. I mean, hey, you were able to stand up to. Oh, hey, yeah, they are the same people from the library. Happened again. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Hey, it's okay. Calm down. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, not everyone's gonna... Yeah. Mm-hmm. No surprise there at all. Hmm. I get it too, though, on that hand. Hey, okay, okay. Woo! Yeah, I was not judging him, but I did think the 50 was going to be Rentaro. Did not fail. They're going a little overboard. Oh! Oh, jeez, yeah, look at that face. Oh! We failed! Yeah, he was so ready to just say, I'm sorry, you can't participate, you failed. Hmm. There we go. Ugh! Yeah, that's gonna loom. She wants to hear from you, though. Oh. Oh, your notebook. Oh! That's where you're ending it? Why? Why would you end it there? Tension, drama for sure, but why? Okay. Surely. Surely this might cause some questions at his school, but I doubt that the people it can't affect her. I doubt they would want to go and talk about that. But I don't know. Oh, that's just so uncomfortable. Getting that. Okay. I also understand how I kept calling her Kaoru. I just didn't add the Kaoruko. But anyways. I'm still stuck, actually. I've kind of been stuck here on the fact that the fucking administration is allowed to be so fucking corrupt. It sadly makes sense, but being so corrupt enough to their scholarship student who's been working to stay at the top through the entirety of her scholarship so far, if she's even spotted with a student from Rintaro's school, they're so ready and willing to boot her, to end the scholarship. That is, like, I feel like something that you can go into to higher authorities and be like, I got unjustly kicked, unjustly cut out from something. But then again, that's a lot of work, and, you know, there is some stupid loopholes probably that people can pull that would make it to where you just ultimately spent more and didn't even win from it. You didn't get any clarity or just causes back for it. Their little study hangout was nice. And, okay, I do want to cut back to Hirasubaru, because I do totally get where she's coming from, especially because from the very brief times that it's showing Karuko, when it's like people are bringing up like these big things she's doing, like, oh hey, you're always at the top, you're number one, when she was studying, and the smile she had on her face seemed like super heavy, like there was a lot of kind of almost pain isn't the correct word, but there was a lot to what she was feeling in the moment as she heard that. And then, you know, being friends with her all these years, being able to see that, and Karuko's probably not one to let others really see when she's struggling. She probably wants to, like, keep that as off their minds as possible so they can, you know, pay attention to themselves, worry about themselves a little bit there, not wanting to add any extra burden or stress. But, you know, Subaru's clearly seeing it. And just knowing that the school they're going to would so readily be so cruel. Just, like, even if Karuko would hate her for butting in like this and trying to cut off this developing whatever, you know, whether it just be friendship or more, just because she doesn't want all of her hard work and effort to be thrown away to the side because of some stupid social hierarchy system going on. It does make so much sense. But then on Rintaro's side, I'm glad that in the moment too, when she asked this after going through, you know, all of the emotions and putting it plainly on the table, why she's asking this, to just be like, I can't do that. And because his thoughts went to Karuko. Now, as much as both of them, I guarantee you, we saw this initially when he found out that she was a Chidori? Was it Chidori? And the other... I literally could care so little about their school names that clearly they're still not in my mind, even though they've mentioned them multiple times. But, you know, when they found out which school they both went to, he was struggling with that because he couldn't separate it. Like, the notion of, oh, this girl who's coming to my mom's place all the time, who is so kind, didn't seem scared of me, even thanked me, she's from there, she goes there. And then even last episode, you know, he always assumed she was rich, and then that's when she points out, I was like, no, I actually have a part-time job, we're not really rich at all, I'm here on scholarship. So a lot of stuff is being torn down. But even then, he did initially go, well, since, you know, we're completely two different worlds basically, and he hesitated to if he could even talk to her anymore. And she was the one who had to cross that barrier and put herself out there to kind of be like, who cares that we go here? I want to know you. I don't care about the school. And he just remembered her words of, it's you who I want to get to know, when he said, I can't just cut off the connection. I can't just stop seeing her. And, you know, it's devastating to hear because, you know, every possible next interaction could apparently risk it all. But that's us putting what we think would be more devastating to her into fruition, right? Yes, I personally also do not want the school to be so fucking corrupt and kick someone off a scholarship because of who they decide to have as a friend. But then also to suddenly have someone who you just started to be more friendly with, like not feeling the need to be so polite and like distant, to suddenly stop hanging out with you. And then imagine if you find out that the person who you wanted to get to know, who you wanted to hang out with more, completely cut you off, and the reason was your other friend who you care about dearly went to them in private and was like, "Hey, you need to stop." And you know, even if the concerns are very valid, just imagine that. It's like it's like, I don't blame Subaru for this at all. I can understand her perspective and like wanting to protect her. But then I also am trying to think of it in Kaoruko's shoes, where she totally would be devastated if something happened to her scholarship. From how she mentioned, she doesn't want to let her father down, which is why she's, you know, willing to go through all of this effort to keep her grades at #1 and do all of that. But then I can also imagine just knowing that this bond that she was forming was just ripped away for it. I can't say that she wouldn't also be devastated by that. You know, it's a whole big thing. It's been a minute, obviously, since I watched episode 1 and 2. I did for a split second forget just how bad the hierarchy between the schools is. But just getting to hearing even more clear forms again, I feel like they did mention it, just how much the staff even joins in on the hate. But just to know that they literally would rip their top student. She is sitting at #1 right now in her class. And just because she fucking had the audacity to hang out with a student from that school, yeah, that school right there, yeah, no. Fuck that. We're throwing, no, scholarship done. You didn't break any of the terms or conditions, but we're gonna suddenly come up with some way that you definitely did, because we won't have that here. You cannot associate with them. If you associate with them, we don't associate with you. That is, I feel like I wasn't talking a lot during that part because I was more just anxious, like moving. It sucks. It really sucks that is how things are. But then something for Subaru too, it's really hard because, you know, students are everywhere. It's not like there's truly ever going to be a real place that's going to be entirely safe for them to interact, if that's the concern, that someone's going to find out and the school's going to retaliate in that way. Because, like, let's say even if they go to, oh, hey, what if they just start, like, hanging out at each other's places or just go further out? You know, students are everywhere. You don't know where the staff is going to be on their downtime either. And even, like, the house thing, it's like, okay, well, on the way to the house, on the way out, depending on if stupid things like that. I don't know. I just feel so bad. But there's gonna have to be a way. It's gonna probably be stressful. But we can't go and take these drastic measures without also giving Kaoruko the choice. You know? She's the only one who can truly decide if something is worth the risk, you know, of all of these possible negatives that could happen. And I feel like both Subaru and Rintaro are going to have to kind of wage war with their emotions on that. Because if both of them keep making these decisions rashly, they may inadvertently, accidentally hurt her as well. And that's the obviously last thing they want to do. So, Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I really want to watch episode 5, but I'm going to probably have to call it for this recording session. Anyways, thank you all for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I hope that even in my moments of silence, I'll see when editing, but at least maybe my face would have given away just all that was racing through my mind in the moment. Because it really was hard to... I wanted to say so many things, but then I wanted to let her continue her thought and, give the reasoning and explain herself a little bit more. And that's what made me hold off. Because I did have my initial outburst, but then, I really... I did not see her doing this in a very supposed to be hostile way. It truly was her caring about someone deeply. And so while, like she says, she doesn't think he's a bad guy, it's just she sees the risk that her best friend is putting herself in, and she really doesn't want a fucked up system to be what devastates her friend. And so, while it is a one-way thinking of, oh, well, clearly this school thing would be the most devastating, which it probably would be, you can't take someone, like, you can't take her choice away from that. Maybe she can talk to her, but, that might also open the gates. I can understand why it'd be a little scary to maybe go up to her and be like, about you hanging out with, now she knows his name, so, about you hanging out with, Rintaro. Like, maybe you might want to be careful about that, because if you're spotted, the school might fucking retaliate. But yeah, it's just a touchy subject all overall. But I would be very interested in the next one, Premonition of a New Beginning. I also just looked at I just wanted to see the title for the next episode, and I saw the title for the one after that, and that's a little concerning. Because self-loathing and I love you. Very scary, if I do say so there. But, anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Let me know what your thoughts are on this whole situation currently going on. I'm hoping we can resolve this with the least amount of pain possible. But, there might be a point for... I think Rintaro, again, he's been struggling with this, of if he is even deserving of this, and just kind of getting used to all of these new feelings and just experiences. So he might fall back into locking himself back into that bubble of just accepting what his old reality was like. And I don't want that to happen, because it's not great. But we'll see. But hope you all enjoyed. I hope you have a great day or night, whatever the heck you're watching this, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.